Welcome everyone to Stormlord's Wrath, presented by James Choi. Today with us we have our four heroes, Kel, Dika, Melgon, and Titus. When last we left, the party had managed to successfully rescue um, their former enemies and now uneasy allies, uh, Black Spider. And in return, they were shown a path back up to the surface, where they now continue their journey. A strange anomalies were encountered when they went back to the surface, the interstice between the Underdark and the surface world, where magic is more loose and strange. Kel had encountered his future self who had come back into the past to claim his soul, but apparently, time divergence had occurred, and Kel had already lost his soul. All right, and that's where we leave. Continue on. So the time anomalies had stabilized, and you guys are all at the entrance back into the surface.
Yay.
Well, that was disturbing.
Yes. You shouldn't mess around with time, Cal. Things will go wrong. Hero.
I haven't messed with time.
And
That
what are you
Kel
doing
messed with
becoming a
time.
revenant?
You clearly will, though.
Well, and it looks like I'm only a revenant for a period of time until I reclaim my soul. So it's just kind of being a revenant for a while.
This is diabolical.
Well, you can't blame him for something he hasn't done yet.
Out of character, what happens if Cal dies?
Who knows? Who
Just like the
knows?
timeline get all fucked.
That
Who knows?
timeline just fucking
Well, the
Up,
timeline
disintegrates.
oh,
should already be fucked if that's how it worked.
I guess that's true. Anyway, continue.
We are not even sure on how the timelines really interact and function. So until we get more information, I will suspend judgment.
Indeed.
Now, well, where to where to next?
I believe we're in an elevator.
Well, can we
yeah,
see?
you can actually see the exit
Yeah, I was gonna
in
say,
the
can we
distance.
can we see the top of the mountain from here?
Yes, you can. It looks like. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like 2 or 3 days up to the top from here, from where you're at.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
There is no time to waste.
And keep in mind that stasis field did give Kasan 3 days back, or 3 days of travel was covered underground. So if
We
everything
have
goes
3
well,
days or
yep,
4 days.
you have 3 days to go up to the mountain, but it looks like 2 or 3 days to go up until you run out of the precious medicine that is keeping Kasan going.
Okay, so we barely have enough time. Okay,
Let's get moving.
there is no time to waste. Forward, out of this exit. Wait, Titus, you are a very observant person. Perhaps you should lead the way.
And I shall. When I step forward in front of him gracefully.
But
And I
I'm
Okay.
right at his
behind
back.
Titus. Nope, I am.
You're gonna push me out of the way?
Roll.
I'm faster than you.
Contested strength.
Can I use Dex?
To get out of the way of getting pushed into
No,
the snow. You mean something like that?
no, we're underground.
We're on top of a mountain.
We're walking out of the elevator into, I
Oh,
guess,
okay.
snow-capped peaks.
Yeah.
And
I don't
Ah.
want
no
to.
magic up
I don't
here,
want to
right?
push him. If you really wish to be second in line, by all means, Melwin.
Yeah, you already passed through what almost felt like a bubble of like into this zone, so you're pretty sure that you have the uneasy feeling.
We saw the loading screen with the map title.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You saw the loading screen.
Little tooltip. Remember, don't use magic in the.
Everybody but you remember that.
That's true. It's well. I read the tooltip, obviously. I have to.
He's like, oh, don't use magic.
Right? We get to step in.
You let's have a survival check for whoever's on point. You can get
Alright, ask some
assistance from
guidance.
anyone that is trained.
Pop up the
All
check.
right.
Survival.
Yep. Anyone assisting?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I am casting guidance.
Okay.
That's 1d4, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's 1d4.
Does that mean I have advantage if they're helping me?
You have advantage. Yes.
Okay, well, roll survival 1 because 13. Do I roll the d4 twice?
Ooh,
Oh, we're just gonna go with 14.
I don't think you
13.
13. Okay.
that's so
that
funny.
you didn't roll a d4.
Yeah, you.
Oh yeah, you're right.
1d plus 4.
1d plus 4. It worked though.
Didn't even add the 4 though.
Weird.
There you go.
Okay.
Marginally better.
So you barely notice in time, but you see what looks like a bundle of hay that's been wrapped together with a foot sticking out and a head sticking out from each of the ends, like roll down, and you narrowly avoid it. And it looks like it stops right before like what looks like a cliff edge that you were walking around, and it looks like there's a person in it bundled up.
Dead or alive?
You want to check?
Yes.
Okay. As you approach, it the person that's in there rolls over, and you can see clearly. It looks like the person's not wearing any clothes, or not as far as you can see, but is wearing a wooden mask, similar style to what you've seen before, what the scholar was wearing. But this one is missing the lower part of its mouth. So if you don't remember, it's like lacquered wood that is lacquered dark wood that has lots of exaggerated features that are very wrinkly around the face areas. And this one looks like it's laughing, but the lower piece of the mouth is missing. And the person looks up at you. Please help me, quick!
Why? What's going on?
I immediately
I
go to
grabbed
help him.
that. Yeah,
Like,
I grabbed the hay bale. And pulled
no,
him
no,
up.
no, don't open it. No, just roll me
Stop
down,
moving, you
quick!
idiots. Let him explain. Okay, I push him.
Roll me down, quick,
I
please.
push him.
Okay,
Over the
you just
cliff?
push him.
Yeah.
Okay, you
I'm in front, you fools. I get to do this.
so
Fair enough.
no one stops it. Okay, you roll him over the side, and it's like and he continues rolling down the cliffside,
We have
and
no time.
right behind him, following, is another person. It looks like also wearing a similar wood mask like that, but wearing an entire cape or cloak of feathers wrapping around his body, and you see him sliding down on what looks like a giant leaf, and and he's cackling as he continues, and he like just flies off the cliff and continues following whoever this person was rolling down the hill.
All right. You guys think we have time to help that man, or should we help our friend
Onward,
Cassian?
forward.
Let's
You made the
go.
right decision, Titus. That's why I like you.
We keep moving.
And at the back, actually, the old man says he like says out loud, "It's like I've seen that mask before. I don't know where,
It was
Well, that's not a lot of help.
but it's familiar to me."
that
Is
one
that did the
specifically.
wood look like it was made from those trees that were people once?
You wouldn't be able to know unless you inspected it carefully.
It's reminiscent of the medicine man that saved that dwarf, right?
Yeah, the old man never saw that mask.
But I did.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you
Okay.
are right. It is of the same style or from the same culture.
That was when we were taking the sheep or whatever through the mountains, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
So
And
we
drink.
keep going.
I
All
ask
right.
Acolyte where the familiarity comes from.
It's I can't tell. It must have been from a distant past that I have forgotten. You know that his memories will sealed away for some reason.
Hmm. Well, if anything else comes to you,
Tell me first. Don't be telling these people.
Titus, have I not earned your trust?
Your trust. It's just he's my alkalite.
um, apparently, the disruption that they made apparently reveals to you, Titus, that there is something. There, it looks like a cache uh, i- that was revealed that was hiding under a tree. It looks like a small lean-to. The snow was knocked off from their disruption.
All right. Well, is it close?
Yeah, it's right around the corner. Yeah.
All right. Well, we go there, or I go there.
Okay. It's under. It looks like there's some supplies here. It looks like a little supply cache.
I open it. I check for traps.
Okay, give me a perception test.
My passive perception doesn't help me here.
No, not with this. Not with this specific thing.
Oh, and I have the thingamajig, right?
No.
Oh, no.
Yeah. 13. No, no, it's fine. So it looks like under the cache there's actually a hidden chest. So the cache, it looks like it was like potted meat, but it's long gone, kind of thing. But underneath, it looks like there's a small chest underneath, hidden beneath the supplies.
I open the chest.
Okay. It looks like it contains some gold. There's 44 gold pieces in a small chest.
All right, 10 gold apiece. There's 40 gold here. I hand out 10 gold to everybody.
Very nice.
Very good.
Shouldn't it be 11 gold? Anyways,
up.
continuing on.
You're not here. I'm pretty sure these guys still owe me a bunch of gold.
I think a lot of people owe you gold. You're just like throwing money around like crazy. Like
You just
all
keep
the
giving
money
me so much of it.
you started with a bunch of gold, I
Yeah.
remember, because yeah. But anyways, so you continue along, Titus. Eventually, in the snow, it's kind of hard to tell. It looks like there are giant snows like footsteps in the snow. It looks like they were made by giants. They were made some time ago. Snow covered it up mostly, but the footsteps are so huge it can't completely hide the indents. It looks like they were going up the mountain at some point, maybe a day ago.
Others have traveled here. Same direction we're going. Be ready. Right. I continue on.
Okay. All right. You guys get to the evening. You got a typical watch order.
Uh,
Oh.
I'll go first.
Second.
I'll go
Eh,
third.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go at all. Put fucking accolade on it.
He's old man. He needs sleep.
What a benevolent master you are.
Damn right.
Zach, you'll be fourth watch. Huh.
But isn't it typical to have 3 watches, Kel?
I thought it. Is it? I honestly
Y-
don't know.
Yeah, I think it's 3 watches
Oh, I
typically.
thought it was four. But,
Oh.
uh,
Then you have 2 people that have their sleep disrupted.
well, if that's the case, then sure, I don't say anything.
Just get Zach to take your watch.
No, he is a growing boy. I will take it upon myself to allow him his true development.
uh, all right. He goes to sleep then. All right. Kel, on the first watch.
No, I'm second watch.
Oh, your second watch?
Yeah,
I'm
Titus,
first
your
watch.
first. Okay, Titus. On the first watch, um, you
I
hear
passively receive everything.
you passively perceive. It looks like there's a full moon out, and you hear howling in the distance.
We still got werewolves in this universe, eh? Or this plane. Should have wiped them out like my father did.
What's that?
I'm just talking to myself in the tree. Or in my spot. God damn.
All right. So while you're doing that, Acolyte is still actually doing some equipment maintenance and getting things ready before sleep. And he's like, these mountains. Have you ever seen mountains such as these before? From here, you can see all the stars in the sky.
These mountains are but a shoddy. What's the word I'm looking for? Shoddy imitation of the grand spires and peaks we have.
Titus, from the place you come from, you couldn't even see the stars because of all the artificial light and combined with
Does
the skies being
Acolyte know this?
no.
I'm just talking a big game to
Oh,
him.
you're just okay, sure. Spires. What kind of spires? What sort of architecture?
uh, grand spires made of obelisk.
I see. Do you remember your past, Titus? You've lived a long time. Do you remember your
Uh,
childhood?
when you've lived as long as me, you forget. Yeah, you begin to forget a lot of your early life. How about you, old man? Do you remember your early life?
No, my past was taken from me. I do not remember my past. The only thing that remains is my skills and my abilities, but none of my memories.
I don't have any way I can unlock this dude's memories.
Um, None that you know
Maybe if I drank his blood.
of.
That's your solution to everything.
Yeah, let's remove some blood. You're totally like one of those like snake oil people that
I have a character. I'm just looking through my character sheet. I have something in my bio, and it's an open portal book. What is that?
that's the that's the book that has all the information you need to
Oh yeah,
unlock the powers of your gem that you haven't read.
yeah. I gotta start reading that. I totally forgot I had that.
Okay, you start reading your book.
Acolyte,
Um,
take the rest of my watch. So I gotta read a book.
I was like, yes, master. And yeah, you can start reading your book. All right. Actually, a lot of there's some mention of here about distant mountains, never-ending mountains, where it is said that there is a great nexus of power seated at the top.
It
From
says that in my
there,
book.
it does actually.
Hmm. Seems that destiny has put me on the right track after.
Yeah, it looks like it mentions the Second Empire. They were able to harness powers from fragments of God souls to be able to create giant, like immense sources of power.
Are god souls just a colloquialism for meteorites?
From what you remember, actually, is the story of Phandelver when he was shattered. It created three different sparks of divinity, each containing a different portfolio, and a plethora of shards of divinity that's scattered all over the world.
So at this nexus of power, there might be some of the shards of divinity.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
Hmm.
Perhaps.
Who knows? Well, I'm getting sleepy.
Okay. All right. Who's the second watch?
I
Me.
kick Cal awake. Wake up!
What?
No, I don't.
Oh, wow.
I don't kick him. I nudge him. Cal, time for you to take watch.
All right, slowly get up.
Okay, Kel, so your right hand, that had the ring of protection on, that's
Mhm.
also the one that's like necrotizing. Right under it, it looks like you were holding like a pen and a sheaf of paper was under it. It looks like a bunch of writing is on it, and it's your handwriting.
What? I was like writing in my sleep?
Apparently.
What? What does it say?
It looks like it's an arcane language, one that you do not speak or recognize.
Can I? Okay.
It's just the lyrics to "Don't Want to Give You Up."
Is the ring visible?
No, it's not visible, but you can feel it.
Can I? Hmm. Is my hand getting worse?
Uh, no, you don't have another Constitution check until the end of the week, so you're still good.
But I'm getting sicker.
You're not quite sure. You feel sick, but
Hmm.
you don't know if you're getting sicker or better.
Okay. We should go see Sister Grail. I.
Just run up that tab.
You're right. Thank you, Titus. I shall watch now. Yeah. So I guess I'll ponder this arcane letter that I left for myself.
Yeah. Okay, but other than that, you also hear howling in the night, in the distance.
Goddamn werewolves. Should have been exterminated a
Automatically.
long time ago, just like on Ravnica.
Ravnica's like a planet. It's like an ecumenopolis, right? It's like all city. There's no wilderness on it, I
There's no
think.
place for werewolves on Ravnica.
They, yeah.
Disgusting, disgusting werewolf.
Okay. Yeah, that's my watch.
All right, last watch, Dika.
Yeah. I go hide up a tree and create a post.
You're in a person tree?
Is it a person tree?
I assumed all trees on this mountain were people who try to use magic.
Well, I thank him.
Yeah, you find one with a face on it and you perch on it.
I ask him how he's going.
Um, there's no response. It looks like the one of the branches was waving, but it might have been the wind, so we can never tell.
I fist bump it.
You also hear howling in the distance, Dika.
I keep on alert for that.
I wasn't rolling anything or anything, but all right. Next day. So as the morning approaches, Dika, it looks like a thick fog sets in, making it extremely difficult, like or maybe even impossible to navigate. But but you still do see the footsteps of the giants.
Hmm. Oh, I inform the group of such.
Yes, I can tell it is foggy out here,
It's super foggy.
Dika.
Everyone can tell. Yes.
Oh no, about the footsteps.
Oh yes, yeah.
No one has like gust of wind or something to knock this fog out of here.
It
Come
will
on,
help for
Kashan, do
a
your
moment.
thing.
It will help for a moment,
Wait,
but
you
because
kicked the
it's a natural
corpse?
phenomena, it will just set down again.
Well, let's get to stepping. Does anybody have rope? Should we tie ourselves together? So,
Yeah, around our necks.
well, maybe not our neck.
Titus
But
would
if
like
you're
that.
into that kind of thing, I'm, you know.
All right.
Sure. We got rope.
Okay, who is on point today? And what is
Dika
your
take
plan?
point.
And what is your plan
Uh,
to navigate?
He's probably got the
uh,
best eyesight, right?
yeah, I'm going to navigate by.
The footprints, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are following the giants. So Dika, give me a survival check, but with a disadvantage. But you can get
Guiding.
you can get assistance if anyone has trained survival.
That's what I thought.
Okay, 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody else has survival.
You did have guidance on that though. I did say.
Oh, okay.
Give me a 15. No. Okay, you continue on. So you can follow the tracks, but eventually, it looks like it diverges into two different paths. So there's a left path and a right path.
Do I remember which general direction the top
Uh,
of the mountain would be?
Only if you had the feat that lets you navigate and know direction.
So we don't have no one has a compass, I guess.
No one has a compass, I guess.
Hmm. Well, then we go down the right path,
Okay.
Hold
which
on,
is the
I'm
right
looking. Let me look through my stuff. Just give me a second. Is there a compass in an explorer's pack?
Oh, you have an explorer's pack? Probably.
I
Let's
do.
see. Let's see. Explorer's pack. Let's see. Bedroll, backpack, mess kit, tinderbox, torch, rations, water skin, hemp,
Skin
rope.
rope?
No,
No,
no, no,
no.
no compass. All right, you take
Wait,
the.
can I tell where the sun is? And do we know what
Um,
time of day it is? No one has a watch. Never mind.
no, the sunlight is
This is-
it's too diffuse. It's hard to
oh, okay.
tell. Yeah,
Oh, Deke is in front, so you make a call.
Yeah.
yeah, on the right, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You continue along the right path, and eventually, it looks like the footsteps go into a cave. You come across a mountainside with a giant cave. And when you hear inside the cave, you hear thumping inside the cave.
Hmm.
Hmm.
What do you boys think?
How close is it? The thumping?
You can hear the thumping and you can see the outline of the cave mouth.
Well, we don't really have a choice, do we?
How long has it been?
Let's say this is midday at this point, halfway through your travels for the day.
We could meet a friendly giant that could help us out.
Who knows?
And the last giant we met almost killed me by laughing. Do we have any sense that the fog would dissipate after some rest? Or like some time spent within the cave?
Maybe. Give me a knowledge nature check. Yeah,
Everyone?
just as a group kind of thing, so you can get advantage if anyone else has nature knowledge.
Nah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you think it'll dissipate by the evening.
Well, we have
How
one more day to get up the mountain. We won't be losing too much time by resting now compared to later. The thumping is a concern, though.
so we hit some sort of rock face, right?
Yes.
Uh, can I climb vertically up to see if I can come out of the fog cloud.
We'll never see you again.
All right, split the party. Yeah, you can start walking up if you like.
Okay, I untie the rope from him.
Well, I mean, I'm just touching the wall and then flying vertically up.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably do that for like a minute.
Okay. So there are no markers. You're going up basically a cliffside. About a minute, you get to the top, but it's still completely encased in fog.
Damn. And then I descend straight down.
Okay. Give me a survival check. So the advantage for going backtracking is going to get negated by the fog. So give me a straight roll. Nice. You find your way back down.
No use. Even if we were to climb to the top of this rock face, we would still be encased in fog.
What's the over under in the cave being a passage?
I think Vegas has it at 1 to 6.
Does it look like a natural cave, like a natural?
Can I feel air coming out of the cave?
Yes, you do.
Okay, so it's a passage.
Okay,
There is an exit.
let's go. Let's go through the cave.
There's air coming through the cave, so it has to lead us somewhere.
Lead away. I
I
push
walk in
right
since I have dark vision.
Okay. You have dark vision? Okay.
Of course. I never play a character without dark vision.
All right. Down the you follow the path, and eventually you hear grunting sounds and noises and what almost sounds like flesh being like pounded.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, you know Titus. Are you winning, son? Yeah.
Alright, well, right. Be ready, boys. There's something up ahead.
I enter
and it
stealth.
and it progressively starts getting warmer.
Does my blade start glowing blue?
No, it does not.
You got Sting? What?
Yeah, I have an elven blade that glows blue if I'm near orc, right?
Huh.
Yeah, that's completely original, by the way.
Never been done.
Purely from my imagination.
Yeah.
He actually wrote this like 30 years ago.
I did.
Which would be
Not early
still
enough.
not early enough.
Did I say that? I mean, 80.
Yeah, not 30 years ago when I was like in elementary school. That's funny.
You wrote it in the 30s, right?
I'm like pushing 40. I'm almost, yeah, I'm like 39. Anyways, too much personal info. I'm gonna get doxxed.
TMI.
Congrats on
Get 'em.
aging beautifully.
No,
No,
you
right.
only.
All right. Eventually, you get around and you see poke around the corner around some natural rock faces. It looks like it's actually pretty well lit. It looks like natural hot springs, and there are a bunch of ogres. It looks like they're giving each other back massages. It looks like a bunch of like basically like ogres and loincloths. There's actually even signs you can't read, but it looks like there's even a couple humanoids that are in there just lining up, waiting in some hot springs.
Finally, I go wait in line.
Okay.
You just walk up.
Yeah. What are they gonna do? Crush me in one blow?
Okay. As you approach, you see one of the ogres that's wearing a loincloth. He points at a pile of bathrobes in the corner
A pile of bathroom. Oh, he wants it. Wait, why is it a pile?
because they're
They're
ogres.
ogres.
Oh, I got a code. Whatever. I walk over to the pile and I pick it up and I put one on.
Okay.
And take my clothes off again.
Okay.
Piles are where you keep your dirty laundry. Is this
They're
gross?
ogres. They don't wash it.
For actually, this looks like the clean pile.
Okay.
Yes.
The clean pile.
Yeah.
I too will partake of
Okay.
this bath.
um, that means we got to take off all our stuff, eh?
Yep.
Sure.
Okay, you partake
Take
as
me like
well.
I
20 minutes to
guess.
take off all my gear and unhook my swords.
We don't have time for this.
Does it look like they will be insulted if we? Do we have time to fight like 20 ogres?
Do we have to fight them?
I don't know.
Can we
Do
get
we?
through without interacting with the ogres?
Who knows?
I'm gonna try to lead Kishan's horse through.
Yeah, one of the ogres gets in your way and then points at the pile of bathrobes.
All right, fine. I fucking strip.
He's hideous.
Who knew it was that easy?
All right. So you guys eventually, it looks like all the people like there's even the two like barbarian humans that are in the front, and they're like, oh, I've waited a long time for this, and eventually they go ahead and they go into one of the stone slabs, and there's looks like a wooden sign with three different things on it, and they point at one of them, and then they seem to get like oiled up and massaged.
How far back are we?
You guys are next. It looks like.
Okay, I try
It
and
looks like
get
the
into the.
fog has reduced the clientele here.
I gauge whichever one they pointed at, and then I watch what happens intently.
Okay.
I just do
Yeah.
the same thing and go try to get close to them through whatever service.
Okay. It looks like they picked the metal one, and it looks like like pretty strong, but nothing crazy goes on. And they each drop what looks like a sack of coins or something at the end.
Oh, we're gonna have to find our way out, guys.
Eventually, it's all you guys. Okay, there's three sets of runes. Do anyone read giant?
Is it related to high vampire?
No, it's very, very different from my vampire. I think Kel can read giant.
Yes.
Okay, the top one is
Oh
it
wait, no, I can't.
oh, you can't. Okay,
No.
never
Sorry.
mind. Yeah,
So
it looks like
they're arranged vertically.
yeah. There's three options. There's one at the top, the middle one, and one at the bottom.
Hmm. I point to the one at the top.
Hit one at the top. All right. Okay. It looks like a very soft hands ogre, like a really slender ogre with soft hand comes out and put some like flowery sensual oils on you. And you start getting your who's next?
Me.
You guys are all lined up and you guys are all getting a simultaneous massage, it seems. So
Ooh.
Kel,
Oh
okay,
yeah.
there's three options. You got the top, middle, and bottom.
Top.
The top one, okay, you also get your flowery scented um sensual massage.
I'll go for the middle.
The middle one? Okay, you seem like the same one that the barbarians ahead of you got.
Are the barbarians still there?
Yeah, it looks like they've already tipped and left.
Damn it! I wanted to talk to. I also get the middle.
The middle one? Okay. All right, you get the standard one as well. Yeah, so a you guys all get a massage. It's actually pretty relaxing after your trip through. Like it's like a full on like boiled water. Like you see someone with a chef hat come and like salt the water a bit for you to like get soaked before
Oh,
Oh.
before you
chef's
and,
hat.
and then they tenderize your meats in all sorts of ways. Eventually, and then you're finished at the end.
Nice.
So Dika and Kel, you guys can both get 10 temporary hit points. Okay.
Okay.
And Maelgwen and Titus, you guys can both get a temporary level 2 spell slot.
Dude. Don't you wish you had that?
On this
You're
mode?
Kel?
you're not gonna be saying that if you drop to negative 10 hit points, or negative 9, I guess. All
What you
right.
saying?
But yeah, at the end, it looks like there's an ogre taking collection.
Well, I need to
I
go
gi-
put on my stuff.
Okay,
But
I
I
give
give him
him a
4
sack
gold.
filled with
4 gold.
20 copper, 2 silver pieces, and 10 gold pieces.
What? Bum.
But it's in a sack, so we can't tell.
With a bunch of pebbles and like stones.
Well, he's a bird, so those are meaningful to him.
Mm.
You guys tip?
I gave him 4 gold.
Yeah.
I also give him 4 gold.
Okay, Kel,
I give him
Thank you.
4 gold.
4 gold. Okay.
A firm handshake and a smile.
All right. After you guys are done, you don't know what happened to Zach, but Zach appears and he seems fine. And you see old man up here, and he seems almost like he's glowing with rejuvenated youth and immense power as he like walks out.
He picked the bottom one, didn't he?
And he yells out, "I have experienced death and rebirth. I am now born anew." As he like holds his arms to the side, and you can almost see him glowing.
He's like
And then he puts on
T-posing.
his he T poses a bit for a second, and then he puts his clothes back on, and he's fine.
Looks like Mr. Burns' rejuvenation cycle.
Turns into an alien.
He's glowing.
I come in peace.
He's bringing us peace. Break his legs.
All right. You come out the other side, but it's still foggy. It looks like, but you can still continue on if you like through the fog. It looks like some giant footsteps did pass through here as well.
So we didn't come out on the other side?
Yeah,
I
you
looked
came out.
Oh,
for
we did. Okay.
Yeah, you
barbarians'
did.
footprints.
Okay.
Yeah, where'd those guys go?
Yeah, you look for their footprints. Yeah, it's actually fresh, so you can follow. So you can do a survival check. Uh, if you so no disadvantage. So if you can get assistance on that, you can roll it with advantage.
Now I'm
Yeah,
casting
Whoever
sure.
that does
guidance
it.
on
Here you
myself.
go.
Dika.
Here's advantage.
Okay.
Good luck.
Who was going first? Was it me? Yay!
Ooh. So I'm gonna assume those are the two rolls. Melgwin, not only do you know where they went, you catch up to them because they're only like a few minutes ahead, or like by a few minutes, maybe like half an hour ahead.
Can I tell by the incline if they're going up or down the mountain?
It looks like they're going up.
Perfect. Hail and well met, travelers. My name is Malgwin, and my party were looking for the monastery of Hook. No,
You're about to say Hookta.
Shirak.
You have come to the mountain of dreams to go up to the temple.
Yes.
uh,
We are also headed up to receive the gift for our tribe. Why have you come here?
Dead friend. I gesture to the
to the corpse.
Yeah.
It looks like Kasan also got a massage while you weren't looking.
The monastery of Korak's son. I
He
found
got
it.
buffered.
He got buffered. Yeah, they wiped him up a bit.
They clipped his nails, put a bow on his head.
Yeah, it's like it's like dog grooming.
Yeah. Expressed his anal glands.
Oh no, it's gonna be up for a bit of a surprise when he wakes up. All right.
Anyway.
Wait, isn't that your character? Wait,
No.
it's such a long
Malcolm's
time
my kid.
ago. All right. You have come here. We all must make our journey alone, but it looks like it's the last stretch, not far from here. We have taken this path to avoid the encircling of the frost giants.
And you wish to travel alone? You don't want companions on this trek?
We have come up here for different goals, so I think it'd be okay for us to travel together. We will guide you, as is our way to provide need for those who are making their pilgrimage up the mountains.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I introduce everyone else in our caravan.
Um, while you're doing this, actually, they keep looking at the old man, like they just can't keep their eyes off of him.
And this is Acolyte, thrall to Titus Andromeda.
Roll.
Titus
What
Andromedan,
what
Prince of
is
Zendikar.
what is this thrall?
He's not a thrall. He's my acolyte.
Yes, but the people in the city we got him from called him a thrall.
Yes, but we call him acolyte.
What is this word? What
It's of a different culture. Meaningless now, since he's been saved from servitude to a
Please,
monster.
sir.
I've never seen someone so old before.
What's the oldest you've seen?
Maybe he thinks I have met some that are past their 30 seasons.
Ah.
Well, it's your lucky day, for I am. How old am I again?
Quit flexing.
They say only the most cowardly live to the age that old.
Well, I am almost. Wait, where did I put that?
And what boon is it that you seek from the monastery?
Each tribe is entitled to a gift. The gift is a child bearing great power and strength.
And where do these children come from?
They come from the temple. They say they come straight from the wellspring of humanity.
Hmm.
What would that mean for me? Do I understand any of that?
It's very strange to you. You don't you have you studied much about barbarians in the mountains and the Second
No.
Empire? Yeah, you don't know their strange cultures. Not much do actually. Not many do, because how treacherous it is up here. It's not common for scholars to come here to study them. And because they have very little interactions with the outside world, not many people have gained interest, except for like the most curious. And those who have ventured in there to learn more, you never hear from them again.
And what does this child become for your tribe?
Sometimes they become great warriors, great hunters. Sometimes they become great cooks, the other one says. No, we do not speak of that one.
Ah, I'm sure he's the longest lived one.
And it's like, I do not know how cooking is in your world that you come from, but I guarantee you it is very dangerous here with the ingredients that we work with. All right. Um, so should we continue the journey? They actually continue up the path. It looks like they even in the thickest of fog, they know exactly where to go.
Well, well, this was a fortuitous meeting. I sure hope we are being led the right way.
They ask actually as you're along the way, how did you get past the goblins uprising?
We helped a man called Goblin Hunter destroy them.
Well, a large sect of them.
Goblin
I'm certain they
hunter.
are completely destroyed.
I've never heard of this.
Perhaps soon you will on your return to the base of the mountain.
Hmm. They shrug and they continue on. Actually, eventually you go all the way to the night and first night of rest. It looks like they set up some tents. It looks like.
I set up my yurt
Okay.
with all my pillows, and I do not take a watch again.
Your silky bathrobe, like. Okay, let's take a 5 minutes right here.
All right.
Hey,
Okay.
Okay.
Hello. Is anyone here?
Okay.
Hmm.
Hello. Is everyone back? Or some of us?
I don't know who else is left.
I think it's we're waiting for Edgar and
I'm here.
Cool. Right, we can start when Edgar gets back.
Oh my god. What a guy. What do you guys think he's doing?
maybe he's rubbing on out real quick.
Potentially.
Probably something with the
This
dog.
is this getting uploaded? What's going on?
Right?
Edit it out. Edit it out. 5 minute break and then wait.
We know Mark King doesn't edit anything out.
I'm
Like
back.
anybody listens to it.
Oh wow, FBI guys listening to it.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, and it's that
Yeah,
meme
I'll
where
have
they
you
throw
know, my
down their
FBI
head.
guy is very proud of our work here.
I think there's no after play
Oh, he's
production
back.
value.
All right, we're back. All right. Let's go to the evening. You guys are all resting, and there are multiple watches. Um, yeah.
I'm number one.
Okay.
Number two.
Okay. You are number one, Hell, and okay. You have a very good night of sleep, Kel,
Nice.
and Titus. You also have a very good. Everyone has a good, really good night of sleep, actually.
Thanks.
All right. Next day.
How long do I get this extra second level spell slot?
Until the end of the adventure. So if you cast a second level spell, that gets used up first.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yep. All right. All right. And it's the next morning. Okay. It looks like the two barbarians, so they actually awake before most of you, and it looks like they're actually I'm boiling up some water, and they actually offer all of you this like a strange roasted liquid that smells like it's a little bit like it's something that's been burnt, but yeah, they offer it to each of you.
I decline.
I accept graciously.
Okay.
I also decline.
I literally can't drink it. So
It's made from roasted beans.
Is that
Oh,
all?
yeah. Is that go go bean juice?
We call it kofefe.
Hmm. Well, hook some of that kofefe up.
You can take his portion since he is not having it. As pointing
Oh,
at Titus's.
yeah.
So you double up. Oh god.
Is it like the go go bean juice of Ravnica?
It's a bit different. It's more roasted.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's basically go-go bean juice without the chocolate. I think go-go bean juice is like chocolate coffee. I mean,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
um,
I guess I'd eat a ration.
all right, cool. I Next morning everything has cleared up, and they actually point it is very close to here. We should be there by the evening.
Good. I don't know how much time we have left.
Kasenpai has another 2 days left, I think, according to my calculations, 2 or 3 days. Okay. Um, all right. Eventually, by the evening, let's say, with the guides that are like showing you the way, you make it there like pretty uneventfully, actually. Um, but you do see uh, a giant temple. It looks like a stone structure. For to some of you, it might look even more like a fortress because it's got giant towers on the sides with arrow holes. It looks like um, they are manned, but it's kind of hard to see who's up there. But on the light side of the castle, the temple is quite hard to tell. It looks like a small township, and you see the two barbarians point at it, and it says that's East Haven. We will
Hmm.
go there and wait until we are summoned.
how long does it usually take for you to get summoned?
Sometimes days, sometimes weeks.
Well, we don't have that many days. Is there somewhere we go to let them know that we're here, or do they already know?
Go up to the temple and check in at the front desk.
All right. Well, I'll hastily rush off to do that.
Goodbye, outsiders.
Yeah, and then I quickly stop and I turn around and I thank them, and then I turn around and I take off again.
Okay, and it looks like they head up into the township because it is pretty late at night at this point.
We have no time. We must go directly to the temple.
I
Um,
agree.
outside the temple, it looks like there is a lineup of people, of barbarians, just lined up patiently outside the door. And as you approach, um, so do you get to the back of the line or what?
Um, I
Are,
asked
are,
somebody if they've already checked in, or is this the line to check in?
This is the line to check in.
Oh, how long have you been here?
I've been waiting here all day. If I leave, my spot will be taken.
Yeah. Oh, all right. And I start waiting in line.
Okay, you wait in line, Dika? Okay. Uh, is, so it looks like the rest of you don't have to be lining up. or whatever this is happening. He's just holding a spot. They will not come back until morning. Then the line will move again.
Shit. All right.
Do you wish to explore the town, Dika? I am more than willing to spend my time here with Kashan.
No, I can wait.
Then, here,
Just come back in a couple hours. We'll rotate this off.
you should have Kashan in case they come back.
All right.
We'll go check out the town, I guess.
Hey, the township actually looks pretty hideous. It has like decaying rooftops, blackened walls, and barren ground. It has like a pretty ghoulish atmosphere. The main attraction looks like an old bar, which looks like it's like a couple decades old.
Like, liquor bar?
It looks like a place that gets like attacked repeatedly. That's basically what it looks like, and has been like rebuilt and partially rebuilt repeatedly.
Gotcha. So there's no, like, taverns or.
There's an old bar.
Well, let's go check that place out.
Let's go.
Let's go talk to the goblin.
Goblin. Okay, you go into the old bar, and it looks like there's a bunch of barbarians here, and it looks like they're like most of them are drinking quietly. A lot of them look pretty grim, and you see a few sitting around like exchanging some words. But you notice, Kel, in the back corner, you see a hooded figure, and you can like tell the glint of the visor, and you've met him before. It is Wichdeliager that you've met before.
Oh, Goblin Hunter.
It looks like he's in the back by himself with it looks like a drink of some sort.
Let's go sit down next to him.
My outside friends, you have finally arrived here.
Yes, glad to see you've survived your ordeal.
Me as well.
Wait, how did
I
he
have.
beat us here? Weren't
He
we
didn't get
headed
lost on
straight
the
here?
fog.
He didn't get lost anywhere.
The- I know the place around here like the back of my hand. I
Didn't
have
we go
come
to a
here.
whole different city? Like detour?
Yeah, you guys did a bunch of detours actually, but but it was a safe route. That was the primary thing. So you don't have to be like a party being ambushed repeatedly by goblins. Yeah, and he says, and you friends, I have a gift for you. I have found your donkeys and what you have and the things that you left behind.
I drank all that strange liquid though.
Aren't
You are
you
full of
waiting in
fire.
line? Aren't you waiting in line?
Yeah, Dika's waiting in line.
Yeah, I know. I'm just making a joke.
Really?
They're,
So,
they're in the stable.
okay. What?
You
I
didn't
go
hide
check
them.
that out.
Okay, it looks like it's all here.
Goblin Hunter. Is there a small favor I could perhaps perform to express my gratitude?
And he says, yes, there is.
Then he opens the flap to his tent. It's a bunch of pillows.
I was waiting for someone to say that.
Hold on to the favor. When the time comes, you will know.
Okay. A small one, but thank you.
And Wichdel, where have your companions gone?
We have finished our mission and we have parted ways. The strange creatures, the horned one and the big nosed one, they're somewhere in this town as well. And as for the warlord hunter. He is still out there somewhere. I suspect he will probably hunting for the giant warlord.
Warlord hunter.
Yes, he's one of your kind. He has come to these mountains.
And he's gone after the ogre, the giant king.
The frost giant king.
How long ago did you last see him?
Just a couple days ago, he got the supplies and he left. It was pure coincidence that our paths aligned.
Ah, some would say coincidence, but I would say divine providence.
Of course, if you believe in that stuff.
I do.
And again, you can tell you can't see his face through the visor, but he keeps looking at the old man again.
Looking at my acolyte.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of people are looking at him here, just staring at him.
Why?
Is there something different about him?
He's an old human. That's what's different about him.
Maybe he was the king of these barbarians before. You guys mind wiped.
They literally explain to you repeatedly that they've never seen old
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Yeah.
We've heard that we've done this song and dance.
Yeah, but one of my character traits. I don't really give a fuck what people
It's
underneath me
true.
say,
It's
right?
true.
They look at him the same way we would look at somebody who's like 200 or 300 years old.
I'm 3,000 years old.
Yeah, but you
Okay.
Yeah,
look
but you're
like you're
not a
20. But
human.
you look like you're 22. So.
That's true.
They look at him like we would look at the crypt keeper.
Yeah.
In awe of His Majesty.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. All
Some
those.
sublime terror at the deformity.
It's like when you're like in elementary school and you see someone that's 20 and you're thinking like, ah, that's an old person. Like it's kind of like that.
That's fucking hilarious.
All right. It looks like there are rooms here, and they will take gold. It looks like a gold per room per night.
Alright, I get me and acolyte a room each.
Okay.
I stay in Acolyte's room.
No, you don't. It's the room for acolyte.
But am I not also your humble servant? Have I
Do
not
you
served you well as
do
herald?
you pledge your loyalty and your services to me for all your life?
Not all my life.
Well, then you're not getting a free
And you're
room.
gonna have to ask my union rep for anything else.
Unions hogwash. And I'm spinning it.
You spit on me?
No, the ground. Are you the
Oh,
ground?
okay.
Hi world, we have eliminated unions. Now the workers have no rights.
In the great busting.
What are you, Nestle? Like assassinating union like
Oh
heads?
yeah.
Like
That's so funny. Oh, that's sad.
oh
I
wait, no,
actually
cut that from the video.
I actually base the vampire structure much like the Dole Fruit Company in the
The
60s
Dole
and
Fruit
50s.
Company.
fuck,
Oh god.
fuck them.
But you're the immigrant in this world. All right. Next day, next morning, Dika. Early in the morning, it looks like the line starts moving, and it looks like they're being processed. You see a person ahead, like barbarian, return from the temple, like holding a baby in his arms.
Nice. That's a nice baby you got there. Oh wait, that might be.
I applaud for him. I cheer for him.
Okay. And it's really awkward, but the guy beside you starts clapping too, because he's like totally new here and he doesn't really know what's going on.
And he realizes
Yeah.
nobody else is doing it.
Yeah, it's just you two cheering.
Well, I assume he asked for his son to be saved or something.
Dika finally figures out where babies come from.
So the temple.
I thought they came from eggs. Okay.
I thought
So
the stork
stupid.
brought them.
You know what? In your world, maybe they actually did. All right. In the town,
in the town.
yeah. So it looks like the people in the town. It looks like it's kind of like a growing economy. It looks like it's mainly supported by mining, baking, and blacksmithing. It looks like the biggest strength here is the elaborate blacksmithing and intricate fletching techniques.
Cool. Is is there anything neat to buy?
Yeah. So a lot of them are a lot of these weapons. It looks like they have some strange activations, have different buttons and stuff. And you see one of the blacksmiths point out, it's like this is a flame weapon, and he pulls it out and he presses like a notch on the side, and the blade gets enwreathed in flames.
Kel immediately gets hard.
Is there any
Did we talk
quarterstaff?
about this? He's like an elephant, so he just, you know,
Are there any quarterstaffs or anything like that?
doesn't look like it. It looks like they're mostly made weapons of metal.
I look for
And as he looks at them, this is the the secret of steel that we have acquired from the giants allows us to create these weapons.
Uh, is that are you using magic to create that flame?
This is no magic.
do they spit on the floor when he suggests such?
No, they don't. No, they don't. They're very respectful of the ground that they're on.
Mm. I look for scimitars.
Scimitars. Oh, you want? We're gonna have a Dritz clone right here.
Well, I can't use magic, okay?
Uh, yeah, it looks like there are curved swords here of different designs. You can call one something very similar to scimitar.
How much for these? I would like a pair.
Pair. I'll give you a discount. Two of these, and he points at one that encases itself in frost, and the other one that looks like it's it would increase your defense. He points at these two, and he says 1,200 gold for these two.
Ew, that's a steep price for pie. I'm more in the market of 5 gold.
5 gold. And he like looks at you, shakes his head. That's not even worth. You couldn't even buy the ingots for that price.
Well, I leave in shame.
If you got something to barter, maybe anything of value. Okay. Anyone else shopping?
No.
Uh, yeah, I kind of want to get this Kashan stuff done before I do my trading.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. So you guys mostly explore the town. There's not much. It looks like even though the town is pretty hideous, there's not much. It doesn't look like there's much like skilled um like builders here. It looks like it's not that kind of town. Like it's mostly made up of people that are mostly passing through, with very few people that actually are permanent residents.
It's a pilgrimage town.
Yeah, yeah. But who knows? Maybe inside the temple there is a big difference. But eventually, it is your turn, Dika, at the check-in. Eventually, yes, you have
Yeah.
come here from far away. I can tell you are not of this world. It says like looks like a monk in like a deep robe, deep red robes.
Uh, thank you.
Why have you come here? Clearly not for a child.
My friend here has been cursed by magic, and we've heard that you are the only ones who are experienced with such poisoning.
And he like looks at him and looks under the flap and like winces. This is very deep. It goes right into his organs.
Yes.
I can tell from here.
Is
We
there
will need
anything
to
you can do
diagnose
still?
him. Yes, but you will have to wait. There are many who are waiting service.
I'm afraid. How long will this take? 'Cause we only have a few days before he progresses to a point where we can't save him anymore.
And he looks, unless you unless you have brought any residuum, you will have to wait quite a while for us to charge up our energy sources again.
Okay, so the residuum. It wasn't he full of residuum?
Yeah, he has residual deposits in magicite poisoning.
Yes, I mentioned that. I said, well, he seems to have quite a few, quite a large amount of residuum encased within him.
We will need residuum to take that out.
Oh,
Would
uh,
your coin help?
yes. I I show them my what's it?
It's an
Ultimum?
ultimum. Yeah.
Yes, Ultimum coin.
They
Is
look
it
at it and they the person flips it side to side and it's like, yes, yes, this will do. I can have you in by tonight.
thank you.
Was that a bribe or?
Well,
Everybody
It's
takes bribes.
probably like a condensed power source or a form of residuum or like a stabilized form of. It's like pressed platinum.
like alloy maybe?
uh,
well, we did hear that. I remember we heard somewhere that the coin would get us in. Can't remember exactly where, but
do you think they could look at my hand? Could they use the residuum in my hand to take out Kashan's residuum?
Put it into you.
So the monk goes in and eventually he calls you in, Dika, and any of your friends who would like to come.
We
I
just in
come.
the town while this is happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 46, they yell out, who's number party for number 46?
I come. I
uh,
come.
I'm
That's all.
90H.
Hey, both you and Titus have 69 hit points. Yay.
I will come
Yeah,
as well.
nice.
Yeah, I'll go too.
Now you guys can't level up because you guys already have the ultimate hit points. All right.
No, the next goal is 42069.
That is true.
That's a lot of hit points. All right. So you enter, it looks like a front gate which opens up. And it looks like the insides looks like masonry, but it looks all smooth, like it was all poured in kind of thing. That was like solidified. Uh, the floors look like they're tiles, but they almost look like glossy, like almost like they're metal. And there are strange light sources on the walls that illuminate the area as you go down the hall.
Interesting.
And as you go along, like Acolyte like looks around and he's like, this is very familiar. I've seen this before.
Where? Where did you see it?
I don't know. In my past, in my dreams, but it is very familiar to me.
This wouldn't happen to do with some kind of god shard power, would it?
I've encountered nothing of the sort.
Do you recall anything of a secret library within this monastery?
Do you ask that to the monk?
No, I asked that to Acolyte. Do we have an attendant with us right now?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I asked them too.
Yes, there is a great library that was at one point open to all pilgrims, but long ago, someone who came here took advantage of our generosity and escaped with a powerful artifact which brought great pain to many in this world. And
You
since
speak of
then,
Metalar, the traveler.
yes, you are right. And since then, we have closed the library, never to open to outsiders again.
Why did they close the library?
Somebody fucked it up and stole something.
Oh, who would do that? I wouldn't. And I'd love to see the library.
So funny. Eventually, you go into like a massive opening in the middle of like this castle or fortress or temple or whatever it is, and you see a giant metal humanoid. It must be like 60 feet tall, but it's on its knees. It looks like, and it looks like the metal skin or the armor plating, most of it was removed at some point, and you can see a lot of the internals. And you see cables that are coming out from it or going into it maybe to all different parts of this giant chamber.
So there's some sort of like mechanical like operation to this statue.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting.
And you see
Are
the
there?
monk. Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, is there any like signs of age on this thing? Is that there are the like any
It's
moss or like
it,
patina?
it. No, it looks like it's like there's people cleaning it as you speak. Some monks are definitely keeping it maintained.
Hmm. But
You
they're
see
not
some.
repairing it.
Who knows? Who
Oh
knows?
no.
You see a lot of people that are just like some of them are just putting incense on it or putting like various charms are being like stuck on it at different places. Some parts have candles lit. Yeah, and you continue on into an inner chamber as you go deeper. Uh, Eventually, you go past um, what looks like a glass window that are looking into a bunch of tubes, and it looks like there's a bunch of like looks like babies that are like floating inside tubes. Like they're definitely alive because you see them like twitching and moving.
Oh my god. This is the most horrible thing I've ever seen.
Really? You buy pickle babies? What are you talking about, Titus?
This is probably how you were born.
Yeah, but it's not my people doing it.
Is that
I
how you were born, Titus? I mean, you're gonna have to answer, but
I
maybe.
saw a play in Ravnica once that reminds me this reminds me of. It was called The Array. It was where us biologicals were taken over by a race of synthetic golems that kept us in an illusion world. We were held in tubes like this.
Mm-hmm.
You come from a strange world, outsider.
What was the name of the director of this play? The directors, I'm assuming there's two.
There was two, but they escape my recollection at this point.
Were they twins by any chance?
They were.
All right. Eventually, you get to a chamber that looks like a very clean, like white walls, metal floors, and there's a table. And here, please put your friend on this, and we'll wait for the director to come.
And I go to lift Kashan, but I wait to see if anyone wants to help me.
I will help as little as I possibly can. I am not
You don't have to
strong.
help
Wow.
if you don't want to.
Sir, what are you doing?
What?
What do you help with?
Nothing. I put Kashan on the table.
Yeah, old man and Zach come to help. Carefully put him on.
I mean,
And
I'm physically weak, so
no problem.
as
I'm
little help as I can offer.
I'm gonna leave the shroud on, and the doctor can deal with that.
Okay. All right. Um,
And then I sit, but with my hand very conspicuously angled toward the direction I think the doctor will enter in.
okay.
And I guess my face too.
It's just so stupid. You're trying to get free
Free
healthcare
healthcare. Yeah.
off of piggybacking someone else's
Maybe.
appointment.
No, I would never
That's
admit
so
that
funny.
to myself, but yes.
Okay. Eventually, a human walks in. Looks like someone in their mid thirties. Wearing looks like wearing like basically like a white lab coat. This comes in. It's like, hello, I'm Director Lamb. You come here with some very interesting cases. And he looks at the old man.
Yes.
And he like goes over to the old man and like starts like just like checking him, kind of like opening his eyelids and
What are
like
you doing in
checking his
my
pulse.
acolyte?
He just completely ignores you. It's like,
He ignores
quite
me.
quite advanced in age, it seems, and still survive to this level. And then he taps something in his glasses, and then a bunch of like lines appear on his glasses, and it's almost like he's scanning him.
What are you doing scanning my acolyte?
Fascinating. Never seen a human with such a high level. We'll have to take a look at you later.
Is it over 9,000?
Definitely over 9,000. And he turns to you, and he sees you, Kel. It's like, oh my, what happened to you?
Mm. Ah, it's nothing. Attend to my friend here. I gestured to Kashan.
What a tease.
As you like rub it, like almost
Yeah,
like it's painful while wincing.
yeah. I do like the vapors, but with the hand.
He like immediately calls your bluff. All right.
Yeah, well, that's cool too.
We'll
We
take a
are
look
here.
at you after. We'll take a look at you after as well. And you're missing some organs, it seems. And he points at your nose.
Mm.
We'll have to. We'll take a look at that as well. And for him, what is his problem? As he looks and he starts scanning him. My goodness, the magicite is very deep. We will need several days to sort this out, as it seems.
But
But
doctor, will the armor be okay?
we will extract it. Would you like to save it as a souvenir?
Yes.
It's like going to a dentist and you want the wisdom tooth, that kind of thing. Very well, but we'll need to operate on him right away. Please go on
So
to
be it.
wait in the other room. One of the other doctors will see you.
I I leave and wait.
In the waiting room, it looks like eventually another doctor appears. It looks just like the last one, and he says, "Hello, I'm Dr. Lamb.
Well,
I've come here to I've come here to take a look at the old man."
we've already met you.
Uh,
No, you must be talking
no.
about you must be talking about
You're
one of the
not
other
here to look
Dr.
at my
Lambs.
acolyte. Why do you want to see my acolyte so badly?
Hold on. What did he say about
He
the?
says you must have talked to one of the other Dr. Lambs. We're
Oh,
twins.
oh, okay.
Goddamn
Officer Jenny
clones.
thing here.
The goddamn clones.
Well, he said twins, and that's, two.
Does he
There's
try
no
and go up?
twins in
Does he
Titus's.
try and go up? Yeah, but there's babies being born in vats. There's these two doctors that look exactly like each other.
Uh oh.
Like, come on now. I do a cloning operation when I see one.
Eh, Here, we will have to take a look at you immediately. Please follow me.
No, they're not taking him out of my sight.
Then I suggest we go with him. Would that be?
Then please come with him. You can be with him.
Oh, okay. I start walking with them. Out of character, I think they're gonna try and steal Acolyte's
I go with
longevity.
Titus.
his Primarch patriarch genes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, living to an age of 60? Impossible.
We don't know if he's 60. He could be far older than that. He doesn't have memories of when he's younger. He could be like 1,000 years old for all we know.
And he comes back. He takes you to a room with you two, Titus, actually, and he's like, "I'll have to take a blood sample,
Why?
not from you, but from the old man over here,
Exactly. I'm asking you why are you
so we
taking a blood?
so we can scan it for anomalies."
Why do you need to know if my acolyte has an acolyte?
Look at him. He's old.
Yeah. So
So we need to check to see if there's any problems that he has in his age.
yeah, he has problems. This Cully's gonna die soon. I want to know why you need his blood for real.
So we can see if there's any issues. For
Uh,
example, we can see if he has any kidney issues, or have you do you have any problems urinating? He asks the old man. It's like, oh, sometimes I do. Then we'll
Aw.
need a urine sample as well.
He also has a
mm,
cloudy.
does it feel like this doctor's yanking our chain?
You, have you seen doctors like this, Titus? Actually, you have in the airport, right?
Yeah.
In the spaceport, yeah.
Hmm.
Spaceport?
Yeah, you were there too, like at the Planar gate.
Ah, gotcha.
Can I roll an insight to see if they're?
Sure, yeah.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
17.
All right. Yeah, it looks like he's just doing a routine checkup on something that is very unusual.
Okay, I'll allow it. But if one hair on his bald head gets harmed, okay.
One hair on his bald head.
He's not bald. He's got a full head of hair.
Really?
He's like 60, but with a full head of hair because he's
I just
so like
figured him bald.
No, I'm sorry, he's not. Yeah.
Well, when we're done here, I'm gonna be shaving your head.
You can't be the hot one.
Yeah. When he shaves his head, he actually looks like Patrick Stewart, so he becomes even hotter.
My
Ooh.
God.
He'd be
You know,
too
like
powerful.
Patrick Stewart in that Resort Planet. That's what he look like. All right. He comes back and he's like, "Huh, I knew it. You're from here." And he says to the old man, "I've never seen one come back in such an advanced age."
He's a clone of these doctors.
Here, no, it's a match. See, it's a swordsman type. This one, we don't know which village that you were sent out to.
Oh, you mean he's one of the children?
Are you there too? I
Yeah,
guess
I
you are.
went with him.
Okay, yes, he's one of the children that was sent out as a gift to one of the tribes.
Where
We
do these
never see
children
one
come
return.
from, Doctor?
They're born from the metal wombs.
And how precisely does this process work?
It is an arcane and ancient procedure. We have genetic materials from the greatest warriors from the Second Empire, and we grant them as gifts to the descendants of the Second Empire.
I whisper Kikshan's ear. I told you they're cloning.
But we have never seen one this old or with this level of power. And he like sits down and he starts bringing up some diagrams. Have you ever heard of XP, extraneous power?
Have I?
Yeah, maybe you have. Maybe one of the barbarians were talking about it.
So it's like a terrestrial concept.
Yeah,
Mm.
it can be measured in various different ways. It's complex and not always accurate. But here is that there are several plateaus of power. Most humans never exceed 1 to 3. Some of the most powerful and heroic ones may even reach levels of 6. But here it says he is beyond that. I can't tell, but somewhere between 11 to 16.
Mm.
This is
I
extremely
see.
unusual. I've never seen someone with so much power before.
And we're in a magically messed up zone, correct?
Yeah,
Mm.
Could you put an age to Acolyte?
I'd say he's 60 years old.
Could I roll Arcana to see if like Acolyte's exposure to magic has anything to do with his like development and longevity?
Sure.
I request your permission, Titus.
Granted.
Acolyte, do you mind if I perform a analysis on you?
I said yes, so it's fine.
Boom!
So you've never seen him use magic or anything like that, and all of his abilities are purely physical. But
And
perhaps like his experience in battling all sorts of supernatural and unnatural enemies have caused him to reach like break the limit and reach new levels of power.
so it is the greater imposed demand that allowed him to ascend past these bottlenecks.
Maybe, yeah.
I share my theories and hypotheses.
It's like fascinating. That means we'll be able to take some more samples, maybe a bone marrow sample,
What?
What? Yeah, what? What are you talking about? Why did you take all these samples from my acolyte?
so we can, since he is from this
Produce
lab, so we can
superior
like
soldiers and take
reintegrate
over the
him,
world?
take
I
over the
don't
world.
think
What are you?
so.
What are you talking about? We're trying to improve the lives of the descendants of the Second Empire here.
What
What
do
do I
you
get out of
have
this?
to, yes, what do you have to bargain with?
Bargain
Right.
with.
Yes. You
What
have
do you,
research purposes, and we have access to what you would be researching. We also have research
do I
purposes.
need to show you the medical bill here?
Not me, that would be Dika.
How do you power this whole facility?
And he says, that mech outside. You've seen it in the garage. It's
That
it's
thing.
it's one of the rare ones that has a dual power core.
Would you, how would you take a bargain of, a bartering of access to your library for access to Acolyte?
What?
I'm hypothesizing here, Titus. I've offered nothing. I've committed to nothing, and I would never commit to anything without your say so.
I think that could be possible.
Titus, I think this would be worth it. You have nothing to lose and so much to gain.
I could lose acolytes.
Would Acolyte be in any danger?
No, of course not.
You wouldn't replace him with a clone of himself if he died.
You would notice that it's a baby.
Oh, fair enough.
I might notice that.
You barbarians are an interesting folk.
Yes. So are you.
Thank you.
Fine. I'll allow it, but one bone marrow sample for 2 days in your library.
Of course. Um, and you over there, Kel.
Also, I'd like 1,000 gold.
1,000 gold.
Take it or leave it.
Each.
And he crosses his arms. We should be charging you 1,000 gold each. And he
Do
like
you
looks
want
at
the
the.
marrow or not?
Yeah, well maybe I should show you the bill here.
No, that's for Dika.
I'm sitting in the waiting room.
I'm just kidding about that.
He was joking too. It looks like as he was did his voice with his arms crossed. But Kel, I will look at you now.
I present my hand.
As you bring out your arm and he starts inspecting it, it looks like your arm, some of the skin's crackling, and underneath you see a bit of like fire.
Oh.
Kel,
At least it's not maggots. Could have just been
It-
as easily been
it
maggots.
looks like it's almost like the veins underneath the dying looking skin is like just filled with like flame.
And then we get a half-second flashback jump cut to like the face of multiverse Kel, and then
Oh,
back to my face, my shocked face.
he's like, I think we'll have to amputate your arm and replace it.
What?
It's beyond saving. I am sorry, but we can create you a replacement. Same for your trunk as well. Although you'll have to provide a picture of what it looked like originally.
So I'm either gonna be a cyborg or some weird elemental, like Archon thing.
He said he'll clone you a new arm, actually.
Ooh.
But it'll be a
I mean,
baby arm.
you're in a cloning facility. Like, why is he gonna? Anyways, yeah.
I need a hero huddle for a second. I must think about this, Dr. Lamb.
Of course.
What is there to think about, Marcade?
This pushes in the hero huddle. I say this pushes me farther away from that timeline that was implied. And who knows what power this could potentially offer me.
I say do it.
The procedure?
Yes. Did future Kel have a missing trunk and arm?
No, he didn't.
Oh, I say don't do it.
Yeah, I say don't do it too. You can't trust these shapers of flesh.
Yeah, so if they could replace your arm and trunk, they could
Yeah.
replace you wholesale and
If anything, we
infiltrate
should
us.
burn this motherfucker down.
No,
It's an
not yet.
abomination.
Well, there is a library we have to get to. Titus, you want to do some reading while everyone else is doing whatever?
Yes, I would like to do some reading. But I want to be in the room for when this bone marrow whatever happens.
No, I'm gonna refuse this procedure. I'm gonna try to tough it out, grit it out, like a 45-year-old man. I'm going to ignore it.
Oh no, I think you should get it chopped off. I just don't think you
I'll
should
be fine.
replace them. Okay,
Okay.
whatever. That seems insane.
Kel is insane. He's not a sane character.
Maybe we should confiscate his what is it called? You know, when you're allowed to do whatever you want, your free will.
What?
Power of
You're like,
attorney?
yeah, your power of attorney.
Frontal lobe? What?
No.
Sacrifice his frontal lobe.
When you're not of sound mind and body, and you're
You have custody, conservatorship.
kind of, but it's like medical.
What Britney Spears
Yes.
has.
No, it's like what comatose people have.
Power
That's
of
power.
attorney.
Yeah, it's power.
That's power of attorney?
Power of attorney.
Okay, yeah. Because he's
No.
admitted he's not sane.
I will never allow that to happen. In fact, at this point, I'm gonna go on a little solo rant about. Oh wait, no, I won't. But I will at a point. So, yeah. What's next? I am refusing this thing. Kashan, how? So, what is Kashan's diagnosis and what is your prognosis? What can we expect?
we will have to go. We will have to do a procedure to extract the magicite from him. But beware, there is a cost. When it's time for the final steps, we will call upon you.
Deke is taking care of all the costs.
There's another cost.
Beyond monetary, I assume.
Yes.
Meh. Those are the worst costs. The
Okay.
heaviest.
Yeah. Since all your things are done, they'll guide you out actually, except for whoever that wants to go to the library. Then they will like
I'll go
walk
to
you.
that library.
Okay. It looks like eventually you come all the way down to what it looks like a room with a bunch of consoles. It looks um, like tablets with different keys on it and a screen that projects images. And you see you see a couple like fur robed barbarians like looking through like some of the like looking through the consoles and looking through some of the documents through it.
Oh, okay, weird.
Yeah.
Techno barbarians looking on things on their computers. All they're missing is laser rifles.
Yeah.
This is cool. So I'm going to get a terminal.
Okay. You grab a terminal.
Mhm.
I also get a turn.
I also get determined.
Okay.
I
What
get
do you get?
lunch.
And you get lunch. Okay. You go to the cafeteria, Dika.
What are you gonna bring us, Dika?
Hopefully some tasty, tasty blood soup.
I'll find some.
All right.
All right. What are you all looking for?
God shards and places of power. Definitely
Okay.
God shards.
So you start looking through Titus, and you bring up looks like various documentation of like different power sources. And the one here in this temple, it must be from the mech, the whatever power core, the dual power core that they have in there, and that seems to be the primary source of power.
I'm gonna
Like
have to break in that mech.
who knows? Who knows? And it seems like that is the primary source of power in here. You're pretty sure if you can attach your gem to that, you can you can do what you need to do.
Uh oh.
You're gonna disrupt an entire culture and civilization to achieve your ends.
Let me pull something up here in my character bio.
Yep.
Yes, I am.
Do whatever it is you need to do.
It literally says.
I am
You don't have
researching
to tell us. It's okay, Titus. You can keep it a secret. All right, Melgun, what's up?
undead, immortals, and necromancy.
Okay. It looks like there was necromancy was something that is like something of a strange unholy fusion of mechanical technology that they have here and elven necromancy. And it looks like the description of the Elven King, the Wood Elven King, is very pretty much exactly the same.
Does it have any like historical how he was brought down beyond
Uh,
what I already know?
this is you had to piece it together. This is something completely new, kind of thing that you piece together. This was never really done before, and he might be the first of his kind.
Okay.
Yeah. So what are you looking for? Like you want like a description? Do you want a stat line? Like what do you
Like because he was brought down before and he's back again, right?
he was he was killed when he was mortal, and then he came back as
Oh, through
lich.
necromancy. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any? So he's the first of his kind. So there's no record of like weapons or uh, tactics to destroy him again.
You know from here that like like any undead life like of that sort need constant souls to survive. And once if they ever run out of souls, eventually they lose their sanity completely, and they become mindless.
Ah, okay. All right, and then I look up Revenant.
Revenants are actually very similar. They also subsistence souls, but they exist to fulfill a certain purpose. They have abilities of regeneration, and they are extremely difficult to destroy fully.
But is there a way?
Yeah, I think it looks like you'll have to, anything short of a wish will be nigh impossible.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Who else is reading the monster manual? Kel, what are you looking for?
So that thing in the garage, do
Yep.
I know what it would be called or who would have made it?
It looks like um, it looks like something that's the Second Empire, according to the manuals, the different
Gotcha.
mechs. Like there was a bunch. There was a lot of them at one point, but you know that you kind of heard of them while like just living in this world for a few months, but a lot of them sank under the oceans, and many of them do not exist
Oh,
anymore.
okay. So I want to.
And the technology predates the Second Empire, whoever the primogenitors were,
Ugh.
and most of them can only be piloted, it seems, by those who inherit the primogenitor genes, which are uh, basically known to be goblins, halflings, or maybe gnomes. Have like a full synchronization with them. Anyone else will have to be adapted,
At a facility like this one.
perhaps. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm gonna look up how these things are controlled, how
Yep.
the Second Empire and Primal Genitor like technology is controlled and utilized, and I guess places of interest that have yet to be explored.
Ah,
Hopefully,
some tour. That's funny. All right, let's start with the first one. So how are these things controlled? So most of them, especially something of that size, will need a full crew of 5 people.
gosh, no, just like in general, is there any like, is it so
It's
you need the primal genitor gene like to
to
control it at all?
to control it at all. Yep, but they can use adaptions, which are analog controls, to
Mhm.
try to control them mechanically. But they don't have nearly the rate of nearly anything close to the same reaction rate.
Gotcha. Is there anything autonomous in this like
No,
line? Okay.
looks like there's nothing autonomous from here. It looks like there was a race of autonomous, like a mechanical beings that were created ages ago, but they have like, but they predate the Second Empire.
Could I do research on them?
There's very little records. You'll have to find something. It's just basically a blurb. There's not much outside of the Second Empire information in
Does it
here.
point me anywhere?
Yeah, it looks like entries that were made like probably after this library was created. So maybe some scholars maybe that were here. They
Okay.
say, let's see, 1 second. Let me go through my notes.
No problem. I want an autonomous army of robots. That won't go bad. It'll be
What
like
do you
that movie, The
deserve?
Array, by those twins. I mean, play. Do I deserve? Only time will tell. This game isn't
You're stupid,
about
dude.
deserve. This game is about the experience and the journey. Ooh, this is gonna be big, but we won't be able to like explore it for like 9 months because there's still so much to do. We got to go back to Phandelver boys. Crush a gang war that's been going on for months.
And
Dude, Fidal's probably gonna be like burned down and destroyed.
Then I'll bring my people to Leylon.
All right, Kel. So it looks like uh, an army of these warforged that were awakened not long ago, actually. And it is said that they took the entire army, and including a mech that they awakened, and they headed to the Rubicon of Thea, the giant bubble in the distance that is said to contain what remains of the Second Empire.
Gotcha. Well,
Uh,
anything else?
that's all it has about the Warforged.
No problem. Okay, so did I get any like points of interest
In this area?
in my research? And yes, generally in this area, or perhaps around Fandalin or Leylon.
Oh, none of the maps match up because
Okay,
it looks like a lot of the maps are before the submerging.
not a problem. Well,
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah.
Is that the like first day, or is that
Let's
both
say let's
days?
say let's say that's the first day.
All right. I've never seen a device like that.
You're
What did
pretty sure the two barbarians are playing online games on the side beside you.
you? We all meet up for dinner.
Yeah. Dika, you have access to all sorts of different foods here.
Yeah. Is it all like pre-cooked, or is it just like
It looks like various ingredients that are brought up here and are prepared by the monks.
meat? I watch them for a bit.
Okay. They are cooking with various ingredients and exotic spices. All right. Eventually, that night, I guess you guys are all back at the inn. The old man returns, and he's he's like just like looking off into the distance, thinking to himself.
And I say, quit that thinking. It's not good for you. He didn't have his bone marrow thing done, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Because I wanted to be there for that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Well, it's already done. You were too busy
God
looking
damn
at
it.
you're too busy looking at magazines,
They betrayed me. Now I'll definitely steal their power.
looking into the distance. And yeah, so he does what you say. Okay. Next day.
Wait, can
Yeah.
I talk to the group?
Okay, sure, yeah.
I gather for everyone. What did you make us, Dika?
What? It's a cafeteria. You ask them.
Oh my God! Fine. So, boys,
I'm not gonna
my
like go into
soul,
somebody else's kitchen and just start fucking.
my
Ah, yeah, move
soul.
aside.
That's the
That's what
difference
Kel would do.
between. Yeah, exactly. what should what should I do?
About what? Sorry.
My soul. How can I get it back?
Oh, that is beyond my understanding.
Looking it up in those archives, actually, and there's a way that we might be able to get your soul back. We have to get access to the power source on that map.
Matt, you piece of shit.
Hmm. Hmm.
It has something to do with my gem. I couldn't really make it out.
You-
Something
You're
about
trying to
re-soul bonding.
deceiving? Are you trying to deceive me? Hmm?
That's definitely a deception. Wow. Unless you're just dicking around, you can roll a deception check, I
Okay, I'll
guess.
roll a deception.
But you guys are all role playing, so like the
I don't
rolls,
mind.
yeah, yeah. Usually you don't want to be rolling off against each other because
I don't mind
how you
though.
convince, right? But yeah, you can roll deception to see how good your flip is.
And this is where one of them crits and the other one fails.
It
And
makes
then
it fun, right?
what does a hero point do?
It lets you add you add a
Wow, you're
d6, but after
fucking
the roll.
I really want. Well,
coming from the top ropes.
this is like I need to get you guys to be on board with stealing this thing without.
You don't.
Don't
This is so disruptive. This is like a mountaintop isolated community.
But
That
I
prob-
need to steal this power source.
We'll run into
Titus, you know that it's too big to steal, kind of
Well, I
thing.
gotta
It's
touch it,
massive.
right?
Yeah, you just gotta touch it with the gem.
They're not just gonna let me touch it.
Yeah.
I already gave them the bone marrow.
just convince them like that you should let them that they should let you do it.
Okay,
You
I'll
know,
try that.
there were people who were already touching it that you could infiltrate.
Really? There's people touching it? I must have.
Yeah,
been
the
paying
people
attention.
that were taking care of the mech that were like rubbing it with incense or whatever he said.
All right, never mind. I have a plan.
Okay.
No, you should lie still here. I think you should try and do it.
But it might be difficult to steal the power source.
You gonna roll?
Oh, we are rolling. Okay.
Are you trying to deceive me? Or
I
not?
was, but then I didn't realize I could just go touch it.
Well, then that's fine.
Yeah,
I
you don't you don't have to roll. You don't have to roll. Yeah.
You want to do it? Let's just roll to see what would happen.
Just for funsies. Okay,
This is
go
fun
ahead.
roll.
Oh,
There's that.
fucking
Ah!
two critical
That's
failures.
fun.
Titus
It's
won.
like- It's like
That's insane.
the most obvious fucking lie, and then it cuts over to Kel, and he's like,
You never lied to me.
and, you
That's
know,
so
they're just-
good.
they're just sitting there like, are you fucking serious?
I must touch the power source of my corrupt gem to not open a portal to my world. And Kel's like, yes, that will bring me my soul back.
Character, it won't open the portal. It won't open the portal the second I touch it with the gem, right?
No, it empowers your
Okay.
gem. Yeah.
Yeah.
it
Okay.
empowers
I
your
was like,
gem.
cause that would be crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Next day.
My father could probably get your soul back.
My daddy can do anything.
The eldritch horror that father.
I'm gonna try to sell my fire breath.
What about your liquor?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
I have a barrel of whiskey and 1 crate of fire breath, so I'm gonna try to sell them both, I guess.
What are their
Kel,
values?
Kel, are you offering commission?
No. And to be honest, I didn't write their values down.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So next time I'll do that.
Now
My
you're just gonna
bad.
have to fandangle your.
But
how
I'll
to sell it
accept
for.
whatever DM judgment you'll throw my way.
1 second. I might have written it down somewhere. 1 second.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, guys. I'm
Yeah.
messing things up.
This is what happens when I trust you to do all your own bookkeeping, and then
Well,
I
I
get
wrote
punished.
them that I have them down.
Uh-huh.
I think
Just
they're
not how
worth
much
like
you invested.
10,000 gold each or something.
I wrote down 38 goats are missing. 1 second. Keep going.
I feel like
38
I
go-
spent 900 gold on both of those things.
Yeah, I think so too.
Troll hordes, giant crocs, whole town. No, that's too far back.
Control F, fire breath.
Yeah, I don't think I wrote it down. So I'm just gonna roll a thing.
Can he try and like barter?
Is there anything specific you're looking for in trade? They look at the thing and they're like, we don't have that much. Like the village doesn't have that like liquid value kind of thing, and gold, but
unique items or products and or gems.
okay. So they got mostly it's blacksmithing. It looks like they have things like prosthetics. They have things like weapons and tech weapons and things like that.
Gotcha.
So you saw like examples of like the flaming sword, like the ice sword, the defense sword, like and
Are you with me, Melvin?
and all sorts of prosthetic.
Did you offer
limbs.
commission?
Well, was that? I know you wanted those scimitars,
Oh yes, I do want this.
right? So if that's what we can get here, I mean, I guess I could hold on to this until we get back to the human tribes.
No, they're already too much trouble.
Yeah, they probably are more broke than these guys.
I don't know about that. They're closer to society. These guys are out in the. These people are out in the
Closer
middle
to
of.
society, i.e., incomes
Right?
of
Ah, yes, but this
that
place
they
is
take from
closer to a
other.
cache of super science.
Hmm. Yeah, is there any sort of like scientific like do dad that would trade really well on the outside?
Yeah, probably most of these tech weapons will be very unusual outside.
Okay.
And also, they're not magical, so that might be a benefit to some people who rely on non-magical sources.
So roughly in terms of how much is this worth in terms of gold? Not that it matters, I guess.
They're bartering,
Okay.
so yeah. So
So
you kind of
could I get the swords, Malgwyn's swords, and something else?
yeah, probably.
Okay,
They
so
look at it and says yeah,
let's get the swords.
because they're exotic. They're basically exotic goods that you brought up, right?
They're very yeah. This took a long. It took a long time, and it's very exotic. Uh, I'm going to. Hmm. Can I start just telling like lies about how awesome they are?
You don't
Of
really have to
course.
lie. They are awesome. What are you talking
Yeah, but
about?
I would inflate the value even more.
Oh, okay. So, I think that would probably be a. So, are you the one doing it, or is Melgun the one doing it? So one of you can take charge of this.
Well, if I'm
I'll,
doing it, I
I'll
need
do
to
it for the sword.
lie. But if Melgwyn does it, I'm
So if
assuming.
you're lying, you're basically gonna have to like make up things that it doesn't already do, kind of thing, right? If you're just
Oh well, I'm
inflating
not
it,
gonna do that.
then that's just persuasion,
I'm not gonna do that.
right?
Melgwyn,
I'll do it. I'll do it.
to help a brother out.
Well, for the swords, anything.
No, you're gonna have to pay me back for the swords. We'll
Yeah,
talk about a payment plan.
yeah, you know I'm good for it.
Oh, I do.
And I will use my inspiration.
Yep.
And what is the hero point? I did not listen earlier.
You can add a d6 after the fact, or you can use it to like automatically roll a 20 on your death save.
I'll add a d6 after this.
Okay.
Ooh, it's not bad.
So did you just cast Magic Mailgun again in front of everyone?
No, no, this is my healing, my hero point.
Oh, okay.
Is that rolling d6?
26. Wow. And he like looks at it, and looks at. Uh,
And I'm just like nodding with a big smile on my demonic face. I have tusks and no nose. I look like a
hey,
tusked skull.
It will be a generation before you see such gloriously aged alcohol again. Take
hey,
advantage of this in your lifetime while you can.
the guy pulls out what looks like a coil bow. It looks like a crossbow, but it looks like it's powered, and 5 crossbow bolts that look like a heavy tip, and it says 5 explosive bolts with this.
How are they stored? Like in an egg carton?
Yeah.
Is this good? I don't know if this is good. I feel like this is a good deal. I feel like it's already a really good deal for the swords. So I'm gonna say,
I pull it, Calasine. It's a good deal.
uh, I bow
Eh,
to. Is this like the smith or like the creator of the items
Yep.
themselves? I bow and thank you from the pit of my heart. I appreciate your true and generous trading. Uh, and then I will offer a blessing to the forge.
And he like looks at you and says, "You better be keeping that magic away from my forge."
No,
I
it's just a just
On
goodwill
magic.
and words.
Oh, good luck. All right, I'll take some good luck.
All right, so By the will of the great flame, may this forge produce items of magnificence and power. That's all I say.
Any chance back? Yes, by the big fire. Hmm.
Nice.
Okay.
You guys want to do anything else?
I go
Now I'm
catch
still
my
in the waiting
gem.
room.
Hasn't it been like a day?
I've
It's the next
slept in
day.
the chair.
Yeah, I go. I take Alkalite and I go ask those guys working on the mech if I can
You
see
go
the
back in
power
the
core.
temple. All right, so
Yeah.
you're guided this time again.
Can you send me the stats on that crossbow and the stats for the swords? Sorry. Thank you.
Sure. Let me just look at my documents.
I guess we don't need it now.
Okay, sure. Uh, all right. All right. So the coil bow is just like heavy crossbow, but D12,
Ooh, nice. Okay.
and you can use it to launch the explosive bolts, which will, in addition to the damage, it will do 3d6 on a failed Dex saving throw of 13 reflex save, and the area of effect is
3d6?
just, yeah, 3d6 explosion in a 1 square radius.
DC 13 dex.
Yep.
Perfect.
And for the swords, they both have so they, when you're using it, so since none of you have text slots, it's just a replacement for your attunement slot. Since you don't have that, you have a 7 point pool that you can use to activate the weapon, and you gain back a d6 every day. So what it does is when you use it with the fire sword, because did you get the frost sword or the fire sword and the defense sword?
Malgwen?
What?
You got the frost sword and the shield sword, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
the-
so the frost sword is you can use 1 charge to add 1d6 to your damage of cold damage. And with the defense sword, you can use your reaction to add 3 to your AC for 1 melee attack.
Does that use a charge?
Yes, that also uses a charge. And you have 7 charges, and you gain back 1d6 a day.
On each
That's
blade.
really good.
No, they're combined. They're
Okay.
Oh,
combined.
I was like, God damn, that's so
One
They all
charge
come
to
from
use reaction to do what to your. Sorry?
to add 3 to your AC for 1 melee attack. One single melee
good. Do you
attack.
declare it before it gets hit
Yep.
or after?
If it hits, then you get the. It's just like shield, so it doesn't
Oh,
stack with shield. Yeah. Of course, it doesn't stack with shield because it uses a reaction. But
And
and
it
it's
doesn't
and it's not
last like
and it's
shield.
not magic.
yeah, and it's not magic. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And how they're what kind of blades? They're scimitars?
Yeah, they're
Okay,
scimitars.
cool. Thank you.
Yeah. So you can dual wield them to be like your favorite RA
that
Salvatore
was an
character.
accident.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
It
It's also an
was.
accident that it's a protection sword and a nice sword.
Yeah.
I did that just for you. All right. Um, all right. So Titus is trying to get access. Actually, you can't even get within like 50 feet of it. There are various monks that said, "Please, you cannot get any closer. You can see it plenty from there."
Well, I would like to see it up close. It reminds me of something we have at my plane. I'd like to see if
You'll
I
have
can help you make it better.
you'll have to see it from a distance. I'm sorry, but you cannot get any closer.
Why can't I get closer?
It is not permitted. Only those who are devoted can get close. We do not
Hmm.
want the spirit within to become angered by those who aren't. fully devoted.
What about my pal here? I point to Acolyte. Can he see this power source?
Perhaps if he is willing to go through the ritual.
How strong do these monks look?
You can't tell. You can't see through the robes. Physically, they look like humans to you in their like 20s.
How am I going to get up to this power source?
We should pilot this thing away. We should just pilot it down the mountain.
It's busted.
Oh,
That doesn't work.
damn.
Hmm. Hmm. You think I could ask the doctor? I can give you some more acolyte stuff to let me see the power source.
I have a suggestion.
You gotta pimp him out.
You can't tell much about these individuals because of what they're wearing. So, transitive property, they wouldn't be able to tell much about you if you wore the same shit.
That is true, but yeah, that's a good point. Fine, I will. I will go discuss this with my acolyte to see if he wants to join your cause or your religion or whatever hokey shit you're doing. And turn to leave.
Hocus shit? Is that what you said?
Hokey.
Okay, okay. The Thetans are real, okay? Thetan level is a real thing.
Where can I get one of these masks?
What is it you need, Master? The old man asks.
I need you to get me exactly what those. What are they? What do you think? I guess monks. What of
Yeah,
those monks are wearing? But be quiet.
perhaps I can ask the doctor.
Yes, do that. And if he gives you any trouble, we'll come find you.
He goes into the clinic. Okay.
You think there's any way for me to like once I touch this thing, to like set it off after I touch it?
What do you mean?
Like, well, I guess. Do you think my gem is probably going to corrupt it?
Who knows what will happen?
I kind of want
It's
to
this
destroy this
is this this
temple.
is kind this is kind of beyond like it's kind of beyond your specialty. You never specialized in crystal magic, so
Yes, crystal man.
crystal magic. Very different kind of magic. Um, all right. During the day, actually, an attendant comes to collect all of you. Please, it's about Kassan. We are ready for the next step.
Yes, I go with.
Mm-hmm. It is time.
Okay, it looks like you all come over to where Kassan is, back in the laboratory, and Dr. Lamb comes out, and it's like, yes, uh, for the next step, this is going to be the hardest step. He is not from this world, and his entire source of existence from being from a being from the elemental plane of water is based in magic. If we remove the magicite from him, he will die. But we can transfuse the life force from one of you so that we can save him.
Zach, get in here.
That's so funny. That's so
and, it, and he's like, that will not work. The old man has no trace of magic within him. You see, because he's one of us.
I'm
His
not talking
blood
about the
flows.
old man.
Oh, Zach.
Zach, yeah.
the little boy, yeah.
Wait, what's going on, Kel? What?
Hold on. So if I was to give, okay, so if I have the gem in my arm, right?
Yep.
If I was to give them the gem, would they be able to plant it in his arm before they remove the magic?
Are you trying to like?
Dika, you kind of
You trying to exploit this?
from what you understand, they're all gene coded for all the things, so it would not work on anyone except you.
Ah, okay.
Trying to exploit life?
It's probably to discourage like gem harvesting.
Thief.
Knock
Thievery.
him out and take his gem.
Duping, stealing.
Well, I'll do it.
Now, keep in mind,
But you won't do it alone. I will assist you.
yes, we can do it. It needs not come from a single person.
And we will stand together.
Just the two of you.
Will the
We
armor
can make it
survive?
if we try.
Zach will. No, I will join as well. I will give a
You and I.
portion of my meager life force.
Just the two of us.
Is it the three of you? No one else is joining. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not joining.
I don't know the guy.
I feel like my energies would screw it up.
Okay. So they bring over beds for each of you to lie on, and then they connect you all together through some strange machine. And like Zach reaches out to hold each of your hands, Kel and Dika.
All right.
I mark each of their feet before they go with a
What?
mark that only I can identify. So if they
That
replace
magic?
the clothes, no, it's like ink.
Do you tickle their feet? Gotcha. You
Yeah.
do some feet things.
Okay, what if I don't have really have feet?
He doesn't have feet. Yeah, he has talons.
Well, you're fine to be replaced.
Okay.
All right. Um, they. So there's three of you. Let me do some math.
This is gonna suck.
Okay. Each of you roll a d3.
All right.
2.
3.
All right. So Kel is 2 and Dika is 3. All right. Kel is at 3 points of exhaustion, and Dika is at 4 levels of exhaustion.
Oh!
My God.
Oh no, this could kill us.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
I mean, it's only divided 3 ways, so
I
if it
sure
was
hope.
one of you, if it was one of you, wow, that's some serious rolls. But
Is that it? Or is there like another pulse or wave coming?
that's it for
Oh.
this. And then we'll see. Here we have repaired his body. We will see if his mind recovers. It looks like Kassan is still unconscious, but it looks like life has come back to his face and his limbs.
I get down close to his ear and I whisper, Kashan, you bastard, come on. I once saw you hold back 10 bugbears. You can surely beat this.
You know, I remembered that because he was knocking down doors,
Yeah.
right? Wow.
Yeah. What helped Hamoon?
What?
The necromancer, Hamoon?
Yep.
What helped him? Because he was all catatonic, right?
Yeah, he had to. You guys went into his mind to
Oh,
save him.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
That was a whole quest, though.
Yeah. And the doctor turns, like if he does not wake up by tomorrow, we will have one last chance to get him, and it will have to be through a mind sync.
That's what Hamoon we did with Hamoon.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
And he turns to all of you. Please, you please get rest.
No,
As
I'm
much as
going
you can.
to the library.
You got
If
like
you
4
don't
levels of
get
exhaustion.
rest, you'll die.
I'll rest after a little
If you
bit.
want to know, having your hit points maximum is reduced by half, and
That's
you
fine.
make death saves with a disadvantage.
I'll go.
Well,
Do I have to go
well, no,
rest right the hell
has-
now?
You're probably
he-
so
he-
fucking tired.
He has 3
you
levels of
probably
exhaustion.
hurts to wait.
Oh yeah, he has 3. Who's at 4?
I
Dika?
have the 4th. I have the half point.
Oh my god.
What's instant death? Is that 6? Like
It's 5.
wow.
No, that's 6. 5 is
Yeah.
speed is reduced to 0.
Oh yeah.
I
You
can't
even
How
move.
is you can't move?
You're like just confined to bed. You can't even take the blanket off of yourself.
No, it'd be like you try to stand up and your legs just go fucking spaghetti.
But
Yeah.
does anyone have Eagle Splendor or enhanceability?
Yeah, go
Oh,
ahead.
we
probably
can't
use
do that.
magic
We
here.
can't do that. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. That
Well-
was close. I almost casted magic.
It was so funny because Melgun cast magic several times in the surface, and like I was
Yeah,
rolling
guidance.
behind. Yeah, I was rolling behind. It was like, oh
I
man.
realized that when I got into the city, I was like, "Oh right."
No,
I think I
cantrip.
told Matt that I remembered.
Yeah, cantrips are like probably the quote unquote safest one to cast, but even then it's like 50-50 or something. Anyways,
Whatever happened to our shepherds?
your shepherds?
Yeah, Ordak or whatever his name was. Or Sherpas. What happened to the Sherpas? Not shepherds.
Sure.
They got here and then they separated.
Yeah, they
Mm.
they left ages ago. Yeah.
Yeah, they already had an appointment apparently.
All right. Well, sure. Let's just hit the hay. Whatever.
Rest.
All right. So you can gain back. No, you just gain that today. So okay, so you can reduce your exhaustion level by 1 by going straight to bed.
Okay.
Okay. We'll just pretend that you slept all day and all night, kind of thing. All right. All right. Next day. Next morning. You guys are all like exhausted like crazy.
I
And
am. I should have. Why? I should feel.
Yeah, I should have slept like a baby.
Try as
no,
a.
you guys are
Thinking.
fine. You two are fine, but Deacon Kel, you guys are super exhausted. Almost like, a part of your soul is still sleeping, kind of thing.
What's Zach
But
doing?
Zach, oh Zach's in bed. He is not getting up. He's still unconscious.
Kel doesn't have a soul.
NPCs don't have souls. Zach is still unconscious. Yeah, he is still sleeping.
As long as he's alive,
Yeah, he's definitely
that'll
alive.
be a good learning experience.
You know how teenagers are, right? They just sleep all day. All right.
He's been tempered.
But Titus, Acolyte's not here. He is missing.
God damn it!
What?
I gotta burn this motherfucker down. I go try and go find him. I go back to the temple.
Back to the temple, actually. You guys are all collected, actually, that morning, while Titus is looking for Acolyte. It's like, please, come.
Where is he? I scream at whoever's talking to me.
Are you talking about the old man? We saw him go towards the temple earlier.
I run over to the temple.
Okay.
I kick open the doors. Where is he?
Okay, you kick the door and you hurt your foot, and then the person behind opens the door.
It opens inwards.
Yeah, it opens inwards. Oh, you're here pretty quickly. Please, come to Kasan immediately.
No, where is Acolyte? I grab him by the scruff.
You mean the old man?
Yes,
He is undergoing his training to become one of the faithful.
training. I didn't agree to this. I push him aside.
This is exactly what you agree. Okay,
Where is he getting this training done?
It's deep in the temple. They do not permit you to go any further. Only the faithful are allowed to go deeper.
They don't permit me to go any further.
That's
I
right.
bust out my scroll.
What is this? I can't read this.
Where is it? One thing. I forget what it's called on my sheet. Uh, my scroll of pedigree, and I started listing off all my guys.
Pedigree. You mean like a pet?
No, like I'm the Prince of Zendikar, the Warden of the West, son of I forget my dad's name.
Um, that sorry. Oh, we do not make any concessions to this. Only the most faithful are allowed in this
You
inner
will
sanctum.
rule the day that you cross me.
While you're doing this, everyone's behind you, waiting on you to go see Kasan.
I like, dude, I can't see this guy's face, right?
No, you can't.
I get real close to him and I breathe in really
He
hard.
takes he takes a step back actually when
No,
you get
no,
close.
no, 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 no. I breathe in really hard, and I was like, I know your smell. You will be the first one I come for. And I turn around and I walk back to my.
And he's like, but as you leave, he's like, I sleep in there. What are you talking about? All right. Eventually, you come to Kasan's his room, and it looks like there are four chairs that I brought up. They look like very similar to the portable one that Glassstaff had, but it looks like the full, like real deal, full device, like the seat, the helmet, the everything. And he's like,
Mm.
it has come to this. He has not woken up, and he like looks at, like points at some EEG diagrams. He is not waking. He is still deep in his mind. I think the only way to get him out is for the ones that are most familiar with him to go in and repair his mind.
All right,
So
sit
be
down in
it.
the chair, but like very feebly.
And you have done this before, have you?
Yes, once.
No, never. And I don't really know the guy.
You did make a connection with his mind once when you saved him, when you resurrected him, if you
Oh,
remember.
okay.
Yeah, and he's like, if you, those who know him best will know how to approach them there. You never know what you find, but beware. Anyone you kill in there, you are killing a part of him, and and this will be a deep dive. Any harm that comes to you in the dream world will come to you in the real world as well.
If you die in the game, you die in real life.
It's
And
like
he
that
and
one
the
play by that director who always makes super trippy plays.
and he nods. The doctor nods.
Oh, he's seen the play. Okay.
I've seen it. I have the VHS right here.
Ooh,
All right.
classic.
Let's end it there as you guys all put on the helmets and the trippy like light speed thing appears, and then we then the episode ends.
Right.
All right, let's go to the post game.